Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video in this series on which vehicle should I buy to live in, or which vehicle is best for full timing. Today we're going to look at Class C RVs. Now Class C RVs are kind of probably one of the two traditional ones you think of when you think of RVs. They got the van nose but with a boxy back end, living quarters on the back end, and then of course the Class A is the real big ones. So Class C's, they got a van nose and chassis, and then it's got a box on the back, kind of like a box truck, except for it's an RV. Good things about a Class C RV, you can get all the comforts of home. All but the tiniest ones are going to have everything in them. You know, you're going to have a little dinette and a bed and a kitchen and a bathroom, and so you basically got everything you're going to want in them. So you get all the comforts of home on wheels. Height is not a good thing with the Class C's. As far as I'm aware, all of them are tall enough you can stand up and walk around in. So really nice if you got any kind of mobility issues or back problems like I do, or anything like that. You get a Class C RV. It's also pre-built and ready to move in, which is nice. You don't have to build it out yourself. You don't have to figure all that stuff out. You just move in and put some sheets on the bed. You're good to go. Security with the Class C is another advantage because they have that's built on a van chassis, and with a van nose on it, you can just pass right through from the front to the back. Some of them may be awkward depending on how everything's laid out, but you can do it. So if you ever feel like you need to move camp quickly, as long as you don't have outside windshield covers or that sort of stuff on, you can just hop out from right into the driver's seat and drive away without needing to exit the vehicle. So that security thing is a nice part with a Class C. One of the bad things about a Class C's is the fuel efficiency. Most of them are pretty terrible. In fact, I can't say this categorically, but everybody I know who has a Class C gets single-digit gas mileage, and that includes brand new ones. 7, 8, 9 miles a gallon. Maybe you're lucky if you're hitting 10. So that's definitely something to think about if you plan on putting some miles on, and/or if you have a tight budget. Another problem with Class C's, when you're talking about used ones, is that the older rigs are prone to leaks. They're really prone to leaks and water problems, and also to failures of the installed systems like the refrigerator, the stove and oven, or the hot water heater, what have you, as well as to plumbing and wiring problems. So, you think about it, they're put together sometimes shoddily if they're built cheaply. Some are built a lot better than others, of course, but they put them together, and then you got a combination of age and vibration from bouncing down roads and the movement, and it's just, it does create a lot of wear on these vehicles, especially the ones that aren't built that great to start with. So that can be a problem. The maintenance costs can get to you, not just on the vehicle itself, but on the house part of it. Stealth, you're not going to be parking anywhere sneaky. You can, of course, overnight at Walmarts or whatever truck stops where it's legal, but anywhere that's not legal to park, you probably don't want to be trying to park in your Class C, or you'll probably get a knock on the door in the middle of the night. Maintenance-wise, the engine it's a van nose, and all of those are hard to maintain on the engine. It's just hard to get to anything on them. So that's likely to be an aggravation if you have to fix anything, and going to cost you money if you have to pay somebody else to fix anything. So just be aware of that. And the maintenance in the motorhome part of it is also can be expensive. They're because of things failing. RV components are expensive, and it is not easy to get to a lot of those things. It's not uncommon to find you have to tear apart a lot of stuff to get into a wall for a leaky pipe or a bad wire, or to replace a defective something that's broken. So just something to be aware of. The maintenance can be difficult on them, and especially if they're used and older, stuff will fail. Boondocking in Class C is certainly possible. Many of them have generators installed. You can also put solar on them. My preferred route, I wouldn't touch a generator, but that's just me. I'd put solar on, so you can do that, but ground clearance can be a concern on those. For several reasons. One, sometimes the front's low. Two, you have pipes and propane tanks and things underneath that can catch. And three, a lot of them have a long tail hang over the back axle, and those will drag on stuff when you get even a small dip, like a wash or something on a BLM road, and you can hang up. So it's something to be aware of if you want to go boondocking, is that, keep that in mind when you're looking at it. Try and get one that's got some ground clearance. and it has the least restrictions possible for you there. Another way that Class C's can be a challenge with boondocking is the height. That's generally not a problem in the desert, but the height and width can be a problem on forest roads. Some of those Forest Service roads, there's not a lot of height before the tree canopy, and sometimes the trees are pretty close in on the side, so you may have some problems that way with clearance as well. So if you're thinking about a Class C, probably the most common type of RV out there. If that's what you're looking for, I think that might be a good fit for you. Definitely it's worth considering the age and condition and reputation of the vehicle you're looking at. See how well it's maintained. Because you just don't want to start off with something that's going to cost you thousands in repairs because it wasn't maintained well or wasn't built well in the first place. You also want to take some of your time and inspect it carefully for any evidence of leaks, as well as any shoddy repairs. Looks like somebody's cutting corners on the maintenance. That's just a rig you don't want to touch. So if it looks like it hasn't been maintained good, or if it looks like it's got water problems leaking, because they're notorious for the leaks, and that can do so much damage when it gets into the walls, mold and rot and things falling apart on you. So you don't want to get into that. So if you see evidence of that, run away. Look for another one that's been maintained better and taken better care of. But hopefully, this helps you out if you're thinking about a Class C for boondocking. And, in our next video, we're going to look at Class A motorhomes, the big ones. Meanwhile, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and we'll check you in the next video.